Hi, today I'm going to do a short book review for you, and the book that I am looking at is this, Kill River, a novel of slasher horror by Cameron Roubique. This was the first of the books that I had read by Cameron, and going in I was slightly reticent, not because I hadn't heard already amazing things from so many people who had been singing the praises of Cameron's style and just the fact that it's a slasher novel, but that was why I was worried. Slashers to me are very cinematic, with the jump scares and the tension and the way the story builds, with all of the characters hiding and then Ghostface or Michael or Jason or whoever jumps out. How are you going to do that in a book? Well, Cameron does it, and he does it ever so well. One of the most notable things about all of Cameron's books, not just the Kill River series, but is that they're set in the 80s. And he is a huge fan of the genre. And I think that really shows through his writing. Not to say that he takes any of the classic films and just puts it into words in here, because that's not it at all. But you can tell that he's been influenced by the films of the 80s, like your Slumber Party Massacres and your Friday the 13th, all that kind of thing. One of the things that I love most about slashers is that they don't take themselves 100% seriously. And this certainly pays homage to all of that kind of stuff. I think that slashers are one of the movies where we want tropes, we expect tropes, and they're kind of cozy. You know that certain things are going to happen and you're not even mad about it. You know, when you follow the set rules of a certain person is always going to die first, there's always going to be a reason for this and that, and they do follow that set pattern, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I think that yes, sometimes we end up with a twist in them, but more often than not they're just fun, and they're not pretending to be anything other than fun. Cameron's use of description and the setting with this was brilliant. As I said, set in the 80s, so immediately there's this nostalgia, this ambience of a time before we had social media and all the technologies. You know, like Cindy, one of the girls, she's listening to the music on her old-fashioned big headphones on a Walkman with a slouchy one-shouldered jumper and all that kind of bangles and scrunchies and leg warmers and all that. I'm an 80s girl, so all of that's brilliant. I loved it. And I wanted this to be basically the Goonies and all of that kind of stuff, but we're slashing, and that's what it was, and I loved it. It's set in a camp to start with the group of teenagers that basically are fed up. They don't want to be there. They're the upper age of the camp. Some of them are only there because their parents are involved in the running of the camp and all that kind of stuff. So they decide that they're going to escape down the river, and during that attempted escape they come across this very strange abandoned water park, not run down and all like scabby and not used and all that kind of stuff. It looks brand new and as if things should be working, but it's not. And then of course things all start to go batshit crazy. Yeah, so if you like slashers, if you like 80s stuff, and if you like your horror to have a bit of humour, then definitely read something by Cameron, and I would definitely recommend that you start with this. I have since also read Disco Death Trap, which was also amazing, and that's all set on New Year's Eve. I've also got, as you can see, the Golf Curse there, and I will be getting Kill River 2 and 3 as soon as I can. The other thing with them is not only are they brilliant books, and not only is Cameron a fantastic writer, but he does all the cover art, and the cover art is just, I hope you can see that and it's not glaring too much off my ring light, but the cover art is just worth it. You know, they're like old video VHS covers, aren't they? They're just absolutely fantastic. Sometimes I just put them up on display, look at them. So that is my review of Kill River by Cameron Roubique. A definite 5 stars. Recommended for anybody that likes slashers. If you haven't read a slasher novel yet, then don't be put off. Like I wondered to start with whether it can be transposed into writing, because it certainly can. And the whole thing with the slashers in the 80s and everything inspired me to start writing my one. So I know actually owe quite a lot to Cameron, who's a super nice guy as well. So thank you very much. Bye.